soft skills are the reason why people get hired. I hate to say it, but there are many, many people with the technical qualifications. As far as organizations are concerned, for the worker level and the professional level, they're a dime a dozen. They're very common. I have an engineering degree. You have an engineering degree. There are many people out there that have engineering degrees. Just having an engineering degree does not mean that, we should talk because we'd like to hire you. It's like, no, you can find a lot of people with engineering degrees that are looking for a job, right? But why should they pick you as opposed to somebody else with an engineering degree, right? That's the big question. Now, a big part of the answer is going to be your soft skills, okay? Because you and I, like when you're talking to the hiring manager, you and I, we get along. We have the same communication style. We click as people. You don't find me off-putting. I'm someone that you would want to work with every day. And let's face it, if you hire me, you're going to be working with me every day. So, if you don't like me, if we don't get along, or we have problems communicating or working together, that's going to be a real big issue, right? Instead of hiring you with the engineering degree, they'll hire someone else with the engineering degree that they do get along with. You know what I'm saying? So having personal charisma, the ability to meet people and they kind of instantly like you, that's really important. Now, the great thing is that things like charisma, communication skills, interpersonal skills, conversational skills, all that stuff, these are all things that are learned. It's not a matter of being born with it. It's a skill like any other that you learn. So if you want your career to take off and you want to be considered for higher level positions, you want to, open up doors and stuff like that, work on your soft skills. That's probably the biggest thing you can do. Apart from like learning how to get jobs where they are and how to pursue them. If you wanted to work on yourself to make yourself more attractive so they pick you, work on your soft skills. It's all about soft skills, It's really annoying from the perspective of a technical person, and trust me, I know where you're coming from if this is you, because you don't really respect that stuff. You think like, I've got an engineering degree. Do you have any idea what that means? Like how bright you have to be and the things you need to know to be able to say that? That's quite an accomplishment. And like, really? You're going to pick somebody else over me because, they smiled more or something? Like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to you because you don't understand how people interoperate. You need to learn that stuff, right? You need to start respecting this stuff. You need to start improving yourself in these areas. Maybe you're doing that. I don't know. I'm not talking about you personally because I don't know. But I'm saying in general, this is a blind spot that a lot of technical people have fallen into and continue to fall into every day. And they wonder why things aren't happening for them. They don't realize that it's not all about your technical skills. Yes, that's a component, but it's only one of several things you need for you to be a successful, productive employee. Now, usually, not always, but usually managers and people that are in a position to hire people, they know this, whereas you might not. And that's where the disconnect is happening.